Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I done a review slash wear test on the new Revolution Conceal and Define foundation. So if you'd like to see it then please just keep on watching. So this is just what it looks like. It feels very heavy, it does feel very luxurious. I know that's what a lot of people say when things feel heavy, so it is heavy. I got it in the shade F2 because I feel like F1's just slightly too light for me, and I'm pretty sure they have 24 shades in the foundation. I think, I'm not entirely certain, but I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this everywhere. I have had this sitting for about 2 weeks now and I haven't touched it because I haven't been able to record because George won't nap. So I've got him upstairs, he's just finished crying, he's like cried himself to sleep. So hopefully he doesn't wake up. So I knew it had a doe applicator. I didn't think it was going to be that big. Like, that is just huge. So my skin is feeling quite dry today, and if you guys don't know, I have dry skin, so I'm going to go in with primer because I don't wear foundations without primer. So I'm going to go in with two of my favourite. On one side of my face I'm going to use the Collection Primed and Ready, and on the other side I'm going to use the Obsession Bacon Primer. I was reading that and just couldn't get the words out. So I'm going to go in with these because I feel like if I wear foundation without any primer on, it just makes my skin feel very tight and dry and just makes the foundation look horrible on my skin. And some foundations don't mix well with oils, that's why I'm using the Collection one as well. And you can see my curl, just try and hide that behind my ear. Then just going in with the Collection one on this side, and I like this primer because it does give your face like a little bit of sheen, but a little bit of shimmer, not shimmer, oh my god, I don't know what I'm trying to say today. A little bit of luminosity, that's the word, but it does just feel very moisturising. And most of the time if I'm using a primer, it's one of these two that I'm using. So I'm going to do this side of my face first. Like, honestly, my hair is just a riot today. Just going to ignore that. I'm going to go in with the foundation on this side first so that the oil can really sink into my skin. And I'm going to use a brush today because I just feel like it. I think I'll go in with 2 swipes, see how much coverage we get out of 2. That does actually seem to be a pretty good shade match. That has got really good coverage. Like, I know it's like the foundation for the Conceal and Define, but I feel like the Conceal and Define is just like quite drying underneath my eye. So hopefully this isn't like that and doesn't look horrible on my dry skin, but it does seem to be pretty good coverage. Like, that just looks so good. I'm hoping that this is nice like throughout the day because I will do a wear test on it, so I'm hoping that it stays like looking nice. I'm just going to go on between my eyebrows now, so that I can actually wear this, because I mean, look at that. I feel like even this is like slightly too light because I have still got like the slightest bit of a tan. It just doesn't seem to be going away. I'm going to go in with like a little bit more, see if I can just get some more coverage on my cheek area, because that is normally where I need the most coverage, and some of my chin because I am like really breaking out. And I have got about 4 videos, so all of my next uploads will be on time because George went to his grand's at the weekend for a couple of hours, so I managed to record 4 videos before he got back. So I'm going to go in with 3 this time, see see how we get on with that. It just looks so weird having to actually like paint it on, but it does seem to have like really good coverage, which I'm not mad about. And this foundation is £9. I forgot to tell you guys that. So that's it all blended in, and just looking at it, I probably wouldn't use like a oil primer with it. Like, you can see it all sitting on top of my skin, whereas on this side it is like more pushed in, but it is looking quite dry on like my cheek area here, and my nose is looking quite dry as well. You can see my pores. My forehead's looking pretty good, but it's like already creased into like my wee wrinkles on my forehead. I think it's just going to be one of the ones where you just need to find like the right primer to work with it, but hopefully it looks okay throughout the day, and hopefully this side just like blends in. Maybe it'll be better using a sponge, but my sponge is dirty and need washed. I'm going to go in with the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C1, and I think I'm just going to put this on like the middle part of my face, and then go in with the Fast Base Concealer for underneath my eye, because I did put that foundation underneath my eye, so I don't want to make it look any drier, and it has already covered up quite a lot of my dark circles and all of that, so you don't actually need that much coverage underneath your eye if you do put it under there. So that did just blend into my skin really nicely, because it is made to work with that foundation. So I'm going in with the Fast Base one. Both of these are in the shade C1, and I'm just going to blend this out with the brush because I'm being lazy today. So that blended into the foundation really nicely as well. It has kind of picked up my foundation there a little bit, so, but then again, that's just like a weird patch on my face that does do that sometimes. I don't know if it's just the brush. Probably should have used a sponge, but I'll use that in another video. So I'm just going to give you a really close and personal view of my face and how it is looking. Like, you can see the difference on this side to this side. Like, that side just looks a lot better, but it does look quite matte. This side has got more of like a sheen to it because of the oil, but this one is slightly more matte. So if you do have dry skin, I would recommend a more hydrating primer, or to use like a hydrating moisturiser before you go in with the foundation. I'm just going to quickly go and do the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to show you how it looks once it's set and everything. So that is the rest of my makeup all done, and I am looking very glowy. I used the Nip and Fab Illuminating Fixing Mist and I just love it. You just look so glowy. But I'll give you a close-up of my skin. This side is looking a lot better now that I've put like the powder contour and all of that on. It's still looking quite cakey like right here, but that might just be because of the brush. But this side is looking pretty good, and then my forehead, as you can see, it's like creased in there. It's starting to crease and my smile lines already, but foundations do that on me anyway, so I don't really mind that. I just go in with like my finger and dab it out, and I didn't set my full face, I just set where I put the concealer. That's just how I've been doing my makeup now, and it seems to be working out really well for me with my dry skin. Like, my face doesn't look dry, so I've been doing that, and then obviously just powder contour and all of that, and it seems to be working fine, so hopefully it works with this foundation. But so far I'm kind of on the fence. I like the coverage, I like how my skin looks from far away, but from close up I'm kind of like, it's not the best. Like, it's not looking that great on my skin. Like, you can see like all my pores and all of that. But then again, like I said earlier, you might just need to find a primer that does work for your skin and work with the foundation. So I'll keep on trying different primers. I'll try it with a sponge as well. That might be it as well. For some reason, putting foundation on with brushes doesn't work for me like most of the time, so that might be it as well. But I will record a video, obviously me using the foundation and a sponge and everything, just to see if it is any better than using a brush. So I don't know if I said already, but it's just gone into 12 o'clock and I'm sorry about my voice. It's the cold, it's starting to come back. I couldn't upload the last week because I had the cold and my nose was running that much that I literally just couldn't record. I was trying to like record in between wiping my nose and it just didn't work. The video was just like a pure and utter fail. So I'm sorry about having uploaded, but as I did say, I have pre-recorded videos, so I will have videos for the next 2.5 weeks. They will be sorted. They will be uploaded on Tuesdays and Fridays. But as just going on to 12 o'clock, so I'll come back in a couple of hours and we'll see how this is looking on my skin then. So it's 5:10, so this has been on my skin for 5 hours and 10 minutes, and honestly guys, I'm not liking it. Like, this is the side with the oil primer and look at my cheek. It looks disgusting. You can see everything on my face. Like, my face just looks really texturized. This cheek looks slightly better, but even then it doesn't look that great. It's went all disgusting along my chin where my like breakouts are, but I've been wearing other foundations and other foundations haven't done this. Sunk into my smilings, that normally happens. It's sunk in right here where my smiling doesn't normally sink in. It's cakey and at the sides of my nose, and it's picking up on dry patches on my nose that I didn't even know that I had. My forehead's looking pretty okay. My forehead normally looks okay anyway, obviously apart from like the creasing here and in between my eyebrows, but that always happens with foundations. Tiger is scratching at the carpet if you guys can hear that, but I really wanted to like this foundation and so far I just don't. It's slightly cakey on my top lip as well, and I don't know. Let me know down below what you guys think of this foundation, if you guys have tried it or not, what primers you used it with, how you applied it and all of that. And I'll try doing it your way if you guys have dry skin as well, just to see if your way works for me as well. But so far I'm not liking it. Like, you can even see like my facial hair. Like, I know that sounds disgusting, but everybody's got facial hair unless you shave it. But like, you don't normally see that with other foundations. Like, I don't know, I've just got other foundations that I like a lot more than this, but I really did want to like this, but I'm not enjoying it so far. I was going to say hopefully it gets better as time goes on, but I highly doubt that. So I'll come back in a couple of hours and we'll see how it looks on my skin then. So it's just gone on to 12 o'clock, so this has nearly been on my face for 12 hours and it does not look great. It's kind of came off my chin because I know that I've got the spots here, so I have been like going to pick them, then stopping myself from picking them, so it's come off of there. It's came off of my nose as well because I've been rubbing my nose and George has been like grabbing at my nose, so it's came off there as well. But just overall it's not looking great. It's looking just really dry everywhere now. Like, it's looking dry here. That wasn't dry there earlier. Like, you can see it on my nose, it's all just come off. It's dry here, you can see it's cakey in there, cakey in at my nose. It is just not looking great. I have got to say this side with the collection primer does look a lot better than the side with the oil primer. So I will, first impressions, I don't really like this foundation. I don't like how it looks on my skin. I like the coverage of it. It's got really great coverage, just not looking the best on my skin. And obviously these are just my opinions, but I feel like if you've got normal or oily skin, then sorry, I'm playing with the bit of my jumper because George has pulled it so it's like all to the one side. I feel like if you've got normal or oily skin, then you'd probably like this better because it won't pick up on any dry patches of that. If you've got dry skin and you do really want it, then obviously just buy it if you want it. It's your choice. These are just my opinions, but I would say that try it with like a few different primers, see what one works with your skin best, and try it with a sponge and a brush, because it might just look like this because I did use a brush and not a sponge, because sometimes foundations can be funny on my skin like that, so it could be because of that, but I kind of doubt it because this is just not looking great. So overall, as I said, if you want it, buy it. Personally, for me, first impressions, no. I'm definitely going to need to keep on trying it out because I want to like it. Like, I really love Revolution makeup. Like, you can't beat Revolution makeup, and it's kind of making me sad that I don't like this foundation that there's been all the hype and all that about. I feel like a wee negative Nancy, but it's the truth. There's no point in lying, and plus you can see it on my face. It's not looking great. So that is just my opinion, my facial experience. So that is it for this video, and I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, then please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.